Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. 41 degrees in my cold plunge. Just wrapped up a 90-minute cycling session. Whoa! About 23 weeks until Ironman Canada 2024. This is my way of being accountable to myself and here to answer any questions you may have leading up to your Ironman, whether it's Canada or something else. So, Coach Wendy Mader is my coach, and we've been fielding questions by viewers, listeners, and so on that they may have leading up to their first Ironman or elements of an Ironman they haven't experienced before, like open water swimming, which all of them are. Some of them can be in a lake, river with some current and so on. So she had this topic here that I want to share with you and press it in real time so I can do my cold plunge too. This is about some common mistakes that people do when it comes to sighting in open water. So here's what she has to say.
When it comes to sighting in open water, there's 3 common mistakes that I frequently see swimmers do. Number 1, not sighting frequently enough. I cannot stress the importance of sighting frequently, especially until you round the first buoy or the first marker that you're turning around to make sure you're on track. So what I stress this at open water swim clinics that I give, and then I go watch the swimmer take off, and I see them, their heads down, they're breathing, they're not sighting, they're just swimming, and then all of a sudden the current takes them off pace and they're turned around, they take 20, 30 strokes, they look up, and there's no buoy to be seen, and they have no idea where they are. Their legs sink, they get a little panicked, they get a little turned around, and then they have to kind of get a little bit, oriented to where they are. So number 1 mistake is not sighting frequently enough. Number 2 is trying to sight and breathe at the same time. So swimmers are taking their strokes. Let's say they take 4 strokes before a breath. They'll push their arm up, they'll push their body up to sight and to breathe. Their legs sink, their balance is off, and then they have to look down, and it takes energy to get their legs back on top of the water. So let's talk about that again. 4 strokes, they look up to breathe, their legs sink, they're trying to sight and breathe at the same time. That costs too much energy. The third mistake, it's less efficient. Swimmers will breathe to their side that they're comfortable breathing on, and then they'll sight. I'm going to take 4 strokes per breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. They take a breath, and then they drag their chin up, and they try to sight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a breath, and then they drag up, and they try to sight. What happens there is, again, their legs are going to sink, their balance is off. They start to push down because they try to sight after they took a breath. So 3 common sighting mistakes I see. Number 1, not sighting frequently enough. Number 2, trying to breathe and sight up at the same time. And number 3, taking a breath before they sight.
All right, there you go. If you have any questions related to open water swimming, how to approach an Ironman swim, it could be cycling as well or running, leave in the comment section below, and we'll get Coach Wendy to answer some of those for you. I don't know if you can see in the background, but it's hailing. It's 50 degrees outside, 41 in my cold plunge, and we had a little bit of a hailstorm just pass by. So, again, about 23 weeks until the Ironman. I'm using the cold plunge as a recovery method. I got this before my Ironman Arizona race in 2022. Documented much of that process. If you want to get a cold plunge, this is a great one. $150 off if you want to use my discount code DAVE150 at checkout at the Plunge. It's also linked below. Just free money. I find this has been super helpful, not only with my athletic performance, but also my mindset. And I sleep better. I haven't been sick. It's something that you just mentally get through. Kind of like if it's a cold water swim, that's an element, a factor you can't change. So mentally going into it strong, going, all right, it is what it is. And we're going to fight through it and persevere like any Ironman race. All right, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Any questions, leave them below, and we'll feature it next time. Happy training. Adios.